Welcome to the Dementialand Serial Podcast, a story for everyone who knows someone living in or near Dementialand. My name is Suzka, and this is my story.
Suzka, this is your mother. Where have you been? I've been calling the house.
I just got in, Mom.
Is everything okay? How did you get in? I hope you didn't use the front door. You know, I spent a lot of time duct taping it shut. Oh, tell me you didn't use the door.
Everything is okay, Mom. Do you realize how late it is? You're in the hospital, for God's sake. Why are you calling me?
It's your father. You need to talk to him. He's making me crazy. You need to give him a piece of my mind.
Father? I need to talk to Father?
There's your father. He's in the bathroom. I don't put him on the phone because he won't talk to me, but he'll talk to you. Just wait. I'll call him. You gotta talk to him. Hold on.
I returned to the hospital the next morning. As I turned the corner, before I even walked into my mother's room, I felt Josephina. She was the other patient in my mother's room, whom I met earlier, the gallbladder case. She gave me the latest medical and hospital information from her bed, which was located close to the door and to the elevators.
They took her an article just after lunch, spaghetti and one meatball the size of a pea. Oh, didn't they tell you at the nurse's desk?
What did you say?
Your mother, she slept good last night. All those bad drugs left her to sleep alone.
My legs took me across the room carefully, as if they were walking me through the minefields of ignited chatter. The curtain that divided my mother from Josephina were short for the overgrown room and respectfully offered only a veiled sense of privacy. But Josephina had a way to bend her voice and slide it under the curtain's hem.
Just a little while ago, 2 men put your mother's body on a gurney and covered her up with 2 flimsy blankets and then just wheeled her out. Are you closer to your mother? It's good when a mother has girl childrens. I only have boy childrens, and they live far away, except for Albert. He lives closer. He's a policeman. He saves many people and digs out bodies from the rivers. The Des Plaines River is a good one for that. My son's good boy, he is. His wife is much lucky getting him, more than he is for sure.
I kept my thoughts to a whisper, afraid Josephina might hear. With no response coming from the other side of the curtain, Josephina returned to the subject of my mother.
Are you taking your mother home?
No, she's going to the Aged Oaks Pavilion. Period. I started to look for any possessions my mother might have left behind, clues perhaps confirming my mother was here minutes before they took her to the Aged Oaks nursing home. On the bed tray was a yellow sheet of paper, folded 4 times and hand-pressed to deepen its folds. On top it read, "To Suzka, my daughter." The scribbled lettering underlined the word daughter 8 times. It had all the markings of a serious document, a final request just lying there for me to execute. Not that I didn't hear all of my mother's last requests and death demands for as long as I can remember. But this folded paper was more obvious and unavoidable. To Suzka, my daughter, bring these items to me, and I need everything on this list, no substitutes. Number 1, a 6-pack of Ensure, butter pecan. Number 2, my red crystal rosary. It's in the blue kimono pocket.
Oh, and bring my black suit with those Italian slingback high heels. It's in the back closet. and the peach blouse, it's hanging in the laundry room. I'll need a slip, a fresh garment, and pantyhose, and a brassiere, plus 4 rain bonnets. Also bring me a small Sacred Heart statue. You'll find him in the kitchen. He's between the Mary and Joseph salt and pepper shakers. It's next to the toaster. Oh, and 2 bottles of camphor phenique. Oh, yes, before I forget, bring me 7 Ziploc bags of candies. Make 3 of them sugarless.
Signed, Violet, your mother. It was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I walked into the Aged Oaks nursing home. It was a 1-story building, red brick with white trim. The entry was under a canopy that extended 2 car lengths into a circle driveway. The lobby was carpeted wide in a cut loop pile with tiny oak leaves. The decor was outdated, bruised colonials and flowered wallpapers struggling to hold its grip. Straight across the lobby was an open archway into a linoleum side of the building where the residents resided. An older lady sat in a wood table with Victorian shapely legs. It was the check-in desk for all incoming visitors. The table was sitting halfway into the corridor, an apparent precaution to block strays from wandering in off the street and running around willy-nilly in the halls.
Hello, dearie. Welcome to the Aged Oaks Nursing Pavilion. Is there someone you would like to visit today?
There's no guessing as to what this lady was up to. She looked like the type who would use all her power to stop anyone from walking past her without verification. She looked relentless, checking for undocumented visitors as if this was a Tijuana's port of entry. I laid the 1 bag that I was carrying with my mother's requested items on the desk, as well as a succulent plant my mother got in the hospital. The air of the room gasped. I felt the oak leaves in the carpet flip themselves over. A coldness hit my face. The little lady froze. Her eyes left the papers and jumped on the succulent. I swear that juicy plant looked at me and winced. The lady czar raised the succulent plant carefully in the air and strategically positioned a notepad under its elevated bottom. Then slowly she lowered the plant. Its landing was deliberate and dead on. My mother's name is Violet. She was brought here about an hour ago. Can you tell me her room number?
Is your mother a new resident here at the Aged Oaks? I don't recognize the name. We do have a Frank Sweevac, but he's not a Violet. Could your mother be a Vera? Oh, here's a Vavif. I know Vavif, but she is Chinese. Your mother is not Asian, is she?
No, my mother's name is Violet, like the flower.
I have a lily. You know, lilies are very pretty flowers, too.
I was screaming inside. Oh, God, give me that room number, any number. What do you got here, 50 rooms tops? I'm bilingual and fluent in both Roman and English numbers, 1 through 50. I can do this. I was tired. My succulent was tired. We've been through a lot today. The little czar walked into another room behind the desk, the room that contained the Aged Oak Pavilion's pamphlets and the paid office staff. I looked around the lobby carefully, as not to arouse any suspicion, and checked if anyone was watching. A choice was made. I would risk being reported to the AOP's home security of my crossing over to the linoleum side. Quickly, I grabbed my bags, the succulent, and scooted my way around the desk and into the hallway. I would now be considered one of AOP's undocumented, illegal alien visitors. Thank you for listening. My name is Suzka.